Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing one of the most interesting aspects of Ninjago Dragons Rising, at least according to my own opinion. That, of course, being the ending of episode 10 of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1, Part 1. Now, with that being said, there will be spoilers for Ninjago Dragons Rising Part 1 in today's video. We are literally going to be discussing the ending of Part 1, so if you've not yet seen Part 1, you should probably watch that before you check out this video. And if you have seen part 1, or if you just don't care about spoilers, let's proceed. So the scene in episode 10 that everybody is talking about is the scene where Lloyd inherits the power of a source dragon. We saw him do this earlier in episode 2 when he absorbs power to fight Imperium, but here he is absorbing the power of a larger source dragon. Now the source dragon does speak to Lloyd and Zane. He mentions how he was captured by Imperium, but he cannot be freed because that would destabilize reality. It would literally bring destruction to everything, and as such he needs to be contained for some strange reason. But he offers Lloyd his dragon power to free the captured dragons. Lloyd does take the dragon power, but the source dragon mentions how it might change Lloyd's life forever. Despite this, Lloyd does accept and the power starts to be transferred to Lloyd, but he soon enters a strange mystical reality, kind of like a strange vision, where he starts seeing symbols of what I'm assuming are elemental powers, and he also sees a vision of gravestones, ninja masks, and weaponry everywhere. It's a pretty horrific sight. The land is just desolate, nothing is there, but then a large dragon appears in the sky and blasts Lloyd away, awakening him from this vision and of course granting him the power of a source dragon. Later on in the episode, Lloyd is haunted from what he experienced during that vision, and I think that's completely understandable. Now in terms of this vision, was it a vision? Was it a nightmare? I'm willing to bet that it was probably a vision of the future, and that's maybe what the source dragon meant by Lloyd's life would change forever. The constant burden of knowing the future, knowing how everything is going to end, that would certainly change somebody's life, not for the better. Going back to the gravestones really quick, I'm not really sure what these gravestones could belong to, but if the fallen ninja masks are anything to go off of, these could be the grave sites of fallen ninja. Each gravestone does have a letter of Ninjago written on it, so that could correspond with the first letter of a ninja's first name. For example, we do see the Ninjago letter for C there, possibly maybe even referencing coal. Who's to say? Maybe somebody else whose name starts with a C. The ninja hoods are all different colors as well, and a lot of these colors we don't really recognize. So these could be, again, future ninja. This could be some of the ninja students that Lloyd and the other ninja will be training in Dragons Rising. And this could be years and years into the future. This could be generations down the line for ninja. Who's really to say? I do want to talk about the source dragon really quick, the largest one that the ninja have ever seen. Why would freeing it from Imperium cause reality to become unstable? I've been thinking about that a lot, and this might be kind of a crazy theory. It honestly doesn't make that much sense to me either, but what if the source dragon itself is reality? Zane says it's the biggest dragon that they've ever recorded, but considering the size of the thing, it doesn't look all that big compared to other dragons. And if the dragon truly is reality, then this thing would be huge, the size of an entire universe. That leads me to my point and my theory here. What if a source dragon holds the power of a unit of parallel realms? For example, this source dragon could maintain Ninjago and all of the other realms parallel to it. Maybe that's why the merge happened in the first place. After the dragon was captured by Imperium and reduced to this small physical form, its essence was physically taken from the other realms, and as such, maybe the realms panicked, merged all together to try to stabilize reality, and they created a world in which the source dragon could still maintain all of reality instead of just maintaining simply Imperium. That could also explain why removing the dragon would cause reality to break. If Ninjago is now merged comfortably with the other realms, well, mostly comfortably aside from the mergequakes, then freeing the dragon could force all of the other realms back to their own dimensional planes, and as such that would destroy all of what we know already. Like I said, this could be kind of a far-fetched thing. I know that some dragons are considered source dragons right now, such as the dragon matriarch and also Ryu. Basically any dragon that can transfer power to an elemental master, that dragon is a source dragon, I guess, but source dragons appear to have a variety of shapes and sizes to them. Some of them look like Ryu, some of them look like the giant source dragon that Imperium captured. I also do want to talk briefly about this shot right here where Lloyd sees the elemental symbols. Now, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I believe these are elemental symbols. We have one for fire, one for water, lightning, earth, ice, energy, or whatever you want to call Lloyd's green power, but how do these powers connect to the source dragons? We know that these 6 elemental powers are not the only powers that exist out there, and previously the elemental powers of creation were simply fire, lightning, earth, and ice. Not water, and energy was sort of like a construct of all of those powers. powers. Water was completely separate. So why is water included here? If these aren't the powers of creation, are these the powers of the source dragon? Does every source dragon have these powers? Or is there one source dragon to represent each of these powers? And if that's true, if a source dragon is also representing reality, are there 6 source dragons maintaining reality at one given time? Or are there 6 source dragons just in existence in total? Like I said though, that really wouldn't make much sense because of dragons like Ryu, so what do these elemental symbols represent? Maybe there are 2 distinctions of source dragons. Perhaps the larger source dragon, like we see in this episode right here, is responsible for Ninjago and the inner circle of realms that fall within its grasp. With the other elemental powers, maybe there's a source dragon representing each of those, but they exist outside the Ninjago multiverse. Maybe there are several universes out there, each with their own source dragon, and each with their own inner circle of realms parallel to the main realm. But that doesn't make much sense at all. There needs to be something about Ninjago that is attracting all of this. We do know that there is a reason as to why Ninjago was chosen to be the center of the merge. The merge happened around Ninjago for a specific reason. And we know that source dragons have an important part to play in the merge itself. But what exactly is that important part? Why is Ninjago so important? Does it have something to do with these elemental powers? Maybe each of the elemental symbols that Lloyd saw when he first entered the source dragon plane, maybe all of those symbols represent a separate source dragon that maintain the inner workings of the universe, and as such, each source dragon could contain its own set of realms. The fallen ninja that Lloyd sees in his vision could very well be from other realities, other realms, other universes. Like I said though, it's hard to determine what exactly a source dragon is, and why some of them seem kind of insignificant compared to other source dragons. All things considered, guys, Dragons Rising is a really crazy season so far. It proposes so much and doesn't answer any questions, and I really enjoy that. It's intriguing, it leaves a lot of room open for thoughts, theories, and speculation. I just can't seem to make heads or tails of it. I feel like all the pieces are there, you know, but I haven't found the way to put the puzzle together properly just yet. But I hope we get answers soon. But who knows how soon? We do know that Dragons Rising is literally going to be a multi-year arc that'll last a long time, so who's to say when these questions will be answered? Bottom line, Lloyd saw a vision, he's haunted by it. What the vision means, what the source dragon is capable of, I have no clue at the moment. I proposed a couple of theories in today's video. It might not be exactly what's going on in Dragons Rising, but it would be kind of boring if we could predict everything just with a theory, right? And all theories are valid until we get a solid answer, so feel free to leave all of your thoughts and theories down below in the comments section. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. What do you think of the ending of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1, and what did you think of Lloyd's vision? What do you think it holds for the future of Ninjago Dragons Rising, and what do you think about the source dragons and their power? Leave all your thoughts down below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.